how's it going? Every time. How's it going, everyone? My name is Dave, and believe it or not, today we're going to be talking about manure and salt. So let's roll that bumper. I have a plate of manure here, so I don't want to waste any time. Let's put 2 minutes up on the clock and let's get started. Have you ever noticed that Jesus occasionally said things that were pretty weird and or confusing? Like that time he said that unsalty salt should not be put on a manure pile. Have you ever wondered what that means? Well, when he said that, he was actually talking about his followers being salt in the world and how if they lost their saltiness, they would no longer be fit for a manure pile. Which only really makes sense if you understand why unsalty salt is not good for a manure pile, but salty salt is fit for a manure pile. You see, during the time of the Bible, the people cooked on open fires that were fueled by dried manure. Now, just so you know, this is actually dried manure that I ordered online at Amazon. So this is literally some of the crap you can get online. You know, they lived in the desert, so there wasn't a whole lot of wood just lying around for them to burn. So they would take dried manure and use that to fuel their fires. And what they learned over the generations was if they took some salt and they poured it on the manure. Okay, I'm gonna open it this time. If they took some salt and poured it over the manure, there was this chemical reaction that happened that caused the fire to burn hotter and brighter for longer. But here's the thing. The fire would ultimately break down the salt, causing it to lose its saltiness, and that chemical reaction didn't happen anymore. And that meant that the salt became unsalty and was no longer fit for the manure pile. So what Jesus was saying was that like salt, when his followers mixed with the world, there would be a reaction that caused God's word to burn hotter and brighter for longer. And that leads us to the question of the day. How will you be like salt in your world, in your classroom, at work, in your family, in your neighborhood, on your commute? Will your actions cause God's word to burn hotter and brighter for longer? Well, that's it for today. If you like this video, why don't you give me a thumbs up? Subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. And hey, leave me a comment. I would love to get to know you a little bit better. Until then, I'll see you next time.